Hey, what's up out there? Dave Duford here at davidduford.com, where I train and recruit insurance agents to become top producers in final expense, Medicare, and annuities. So I got off the phone with an agent, and one of the things you should do if you're ever building an agency or business is try to listen to your clients and customers when they've got problems or questions, and notice when the same type of questions pop up over and over again. If that's the case, it's probably something you're not clarifying, and this is directly applicable even to something like insurance sales. So where am I going with this? One of the things I commonly get questions on is how commissions are arranged when it comes to the final expense business. More specifically, how does one determine what they're going to get paid? And I've looked back at my content and realized, I don't really talk a lot about how to project or figure out what you're actually going to take. Now, there's some content about, okay, is a said commission level good or not? That's a different subject matter, but I think it's equally important to know how you can determine what your pay is. So what I'm going to do in this video is walk you through this process. This is perfect if you're a new agent to final expense and you don't know exactly how to calculate your commissions. So I'm going to do the best job that I can in describing this so that at the end of this video, you'll be able to better determine what to expect from each of your sales and some of the consequential items that you've got to be aware of as you get up and running selling final expenses that pertains to your commission. So first of all, how do you determine commission? So we all are told a commission percentage we're paid, right? It can be whatever, it doesn't matter. For this example, I'm going to use 100% because I'm not Mr. Math that much. So this will just help my math a little bit easier. So the percentage of that commission rate is dependent upon, in the vast majority of the cases, the annual premium. The annual premium is the dollar amount the client will pay if they were to write a check for the entire year's worth of premium, okay? So we base it off of the annual premium, okay? So in this case, 100% commission times $1,000 annual premium equals $1,000 first year commission. Makes sense, right? Okay, perfect. So that's what you can expect if, and that contingency is important, if the client pays on their policy for the full year, you'll earn $1,000 in commissions for that full year. Now, we don't get that $1,000 up front, right? We get what's called an advance of commission. The best way to look at what an advance is, it's a loan, all right? It's a loan that's backed by the collateral of the policy. Anytime you take a loan out, there's some kind of collateral involved, usually. And in this case, the policy is the collateral, and it says to the company, okay, this person signed up. They're probably going to statistically make premium payments, so we feel comfortable giving a portion of that $1,000 in this example to the agent. Generally speaking, your advance commission with most carriers, not always, but with most carriers is 75%. In this example, you would be advanced $750 in commission. Remember, $1,000 first year commission multiplied by 75% advance. And what you would see deposited within a couple of days or a couple of weeks is that $750 commission. Y'all with me so far? Now, what about that remaining $250? Well, that is the remaining 25% that will be paid out as earned in months 10, months 11, months 12, as the premium is collected. That's what we call as earned commission. It is earned as the premium is collected. You are paid as you earn it, right? That makes sense? Okay. And then there's, of course, residuals, et cetera. But the key thing is what you can expect to get paid on what basis. Now, what happens if someone cancels their policy? Mildred wakes up 3 months later after 3 payments and realizes it just isn't going to work and she lapses. What happens then? Well, we have what we call in our business chargebacks. We are charged back that advance commission loan, and we're required now to pay it back. Now, usually with most companies, these are prorated commissions that we have to pay back. So since we collected 3 months in this example, we would keep $250, right? But we have to pay back the other, math right? Yeah, the other $500. Is that right? Bingo, I think that is. You get the idea. We kept what we earned, and we have to pay back what we owe. Now, the question becomes, well, do I have to write a check? How long does the company wait for me to do this? No big deal here. If you're writing business consistently, that advance commission you otherwise would have been paid will go towards that balance, pay it down, and then you continue to be paid advance commissions. Where chargebacks become problematic are when you oversell, you're a one company type of agent where you sell for the company named after the American president or any one company, and you don't have the best options for underwriting, pricing, and etc., you're more liable to be replaced and at more risk for replacement, thus chargebacks and that kind of thing. So that is the gist of how this works, okay, on how commissions work. It's based off the annual premium. You're usually paid 75%. It's usually paid within a couple of days or a couple of weeks. And if there's a chargeback, you owe back what you're paid in prorated. Now, a couple of minor notes that I like to split hairs over, I think that are important. Number one, some companies do not commission you on the policy fee. In that annual premium, there is a policy fee associated with it, okay? Usually it's $30 to $50. What some of these companies will try to do, and I kind of always look at it kind of skeptically, is that they'll not pay you on that $30 or $40 policy fee. So normally, if you were commissioned on the policy fee, that $1,000 annual premium would be what you're paid on. But let's say they charge a $40 annual, policy fee. Well, you would actually be paid on $960. Now you might be saying, "Well, Dave, that's kind of silly, right?" Well, if I'm paid 100% commission, like in this example, and I write 200 policies a year with said company, 200 policies times $40 is what my commission would have been. That's $8,000. That's a lot of money. Added up over a career, it's a hell of a lot of money. Think about putting that into a 401k or an annuity where you gain interest off of it. These are the kind of things that bother me. I don't like to be, we call it in this business, haircutted, okay? So pay attention to that. All company agent guides will tell you if you're paid a commission on a policy fee or not. Also, sometimes you're paid in advance that's less than 75%. You may even don't even want an advance, and most carriers and most agencies are fine and will reduce your advances commensurately. Now, some companies will pay a 50% advance. A couple of the main guaranteed issue carriers out there just pay 50%. Some will also cap the advance at a top out dollar amount. So these guaranteed issues in mind pay a top out of $500 or maybe $600, okay? And that's okay, that's normal. It's just you're not gonna, if you sell some monster deal, you're only gonna get the cap, but then you'll get paid the rest as earned over time. The last thing that's important to understand is, does your policy pay your advance commission on issue or on first draft? Issue is defined when the policy is approved and essentially when the policy is printed up and mailed out. It's been issued. So a day or two after it's issued, you get paid. This is what we call fast money in the business. If I write a deal today, it gets approved today, and it's issued on Friday, I'm getting paid Friday or Monday, okay? Most agents want that fast money. The problem with it is that Mrs. Jones could just cancel her policy. Now you owe that whole chargeback back. So there is a sense of a financing risk that you have to manage. The other choice to receive commission payments is on first draft. So most of what we do in this business is buy now, pay later. So we'll write them up today, but maybe we won't draft them till the second Wednesday, in this case in September. Well, I'm not going to get paid a couple of days after that payment is cleared. Does that make sense? That's slow money, but it's a little bit more dependable because all that time may pass and the premium may not be collected, and now I don't have to worry about a chargeback. But my cash flow is slower, right? And if you're getting started, you got to pay for leads. That means it's going to take that much longer before your cash flow situation catches up. And so even though there's less financing risk, you're not going to get paid longer, right? Ultimately, in most circumstances, some companies do one or the other. You're going to have a mix. What's the safest way? Safest way is not to take an advance at all. But look, the truth is very few people are going to be in that position where they can't take an advance. Most of you are going to be buying leads. If you don't have leads, you don't have a business. So this is kind of like a necessary evil to take it. So there we have it. So there's a rundown of everything that you need to know when it comes to advanced commissions, how commissions are ascertained, what you can expect, and how to project what your earnings are. If you have any questions about commissions specifically, on anything that I've described here and how you get paid, reply, leave a comment, or you can go to my website, daviddufour.com/start, and ask me a question. Again, if you want to sell final expense with me and you're interested in joining my agency, go to daviddufour.com, click the Become an Agent or Join Dave's Agency button, or send me a message and I'll tell you how to do it. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.